most men aren't failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they've been sold the wrong blueprints. And I can speak from personal experience. I used to be that guy who used to go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. I never missed a workout session. I was training hard. The crazy thing is I had no shoulder. My physique had no presence, no V-taper. The scary part is that you would think that the solution would be training harder. So more days, more suffering, and more going to the gym. But the thing is, if you're thinking that you already got it completely backwards, and if you're someone who you can relate to my past self, you've been struggling and you're stuck for years and months, you've been training and you don't just know what's wrong. This video right here is gonna save you years of frustration. And you already know, no time wasted. Let's run it. Let's go. Let's go. Sub to the channel. Follow on every social media platform. I promise you, that game is about to be drawn. Yes! Now, this is the first mistake I know you're making. A balanced physique is average. So, I want to explain this in a minute. A balanced physique more so looks like a rectangle. So that's this. An aesthetic physique looks like a V. Now, the first mistake most men make when they are in the gym is they train every single body part equally. And I was making this mistake too. And logically, it makes so much sense. Go to the gym, you should be training your chest, your back, your forearms. Every single thing should be created equally or should be trained equally. But that's so far from the truth because the physique you want and the physique you're even seeing right now that you think is attractive is very far from balanced. Yes, you heard me right. Nobody really looks at a guy and say, oh, damn, bro. Your forearms and your cows, they look exactly the same. No. So the physique you want right now, or even the physique that you have in your mind as a dream, is unbalanced. You want a V-taper. If you even look at my physique currently, a V-taper is built by the side delts to create dominance and width and presence. Your upper chest being full and popping. You also need your arms. You need your back to also be able to give you that V shape. So these muscle groups that I've just mentioned, side delts, your lats, your upper chest, every single one of these muscle groups are not meant to be trained equally. And this is the thing that is sabotaging your progress. You need to understand that the shape is way more important than the size. The crazy part is a lot of you guys are watching and thinking, I need to get bigger. But no, you don't need to get bigger. You just need better muscle placements. So what is that in simple English? You need simply your muscles to be bigger in the right places. And that even brings me to the second mistake I know you're making. Number 2, effort does not equal results. This is the mistake that a lot of hardworking guys suffer from. You've seen the physique that you want and they told you that, oh, you need to just work harder. You think that every single time you just need to be putting in more efforts and more efforts and more efforts. You guys are doing more benches. Some of you guys are blasting your biceps, but you're hitting the wrong places. An analogy that really drives this home is imagine driving at 100 miles per hour in the wrong direction. You're just gonna get even more lost. How does this all tie into bodybuilding? Some of you guys have weak arms. And guess what you're doing? What you're doing is you're probably blasting only your biceps. Logically, this makes sense. So you're going to the gym, you're pumping in your biceps, you're getting in the crazy pumps, but you forget to train your triceps. So your triceps makes up about 70% of your arms. Now, some of you guys may also have a weak chest, but you think going to the gym and increasing your bench is what's going to improve your results. And the crazy thing is, your weak chest will not be solved by bench because your bench is going to prioritize the middle chest. What you need to be doing is upper chest work. And I know it makes now much sense when I tell you that effort does not equal results. However, effort in the right places, that is exactly what equals results. So number 3, you're probably doing this mistake and you don't even know. Copying bodybuilders. A bodybuilder's physique and aesthetic physique that you want are two completely different things. Most likely you watching this video, you're training to just look good. That's what you want. A bodybuilder most likely is training because he wants size. And one of the first things that you probably would do is, oh, you want to grow your chest. Go on YouTube. And the first thing is you're typing in how to grow my chest. The first person who pops up is a 200-pound plus bodybuilder who wants way more size, who trains for a different purpose, who is going for competitions, who trains for entirely different purposes from you. You watching this video, what you want is, you just want broad shoulders and a small waist. That's what you want, and a good looking physique. But you are here copying a bodybuilder's physique. And the crazy thing as well is, a bodybuilder might emphasize, oh, you should do more reps. You should do more sets as well. As a man who has responsibilities, catering to your business, your job, so you're trying to balance out every single aspect of your life, this bodybuilder most likely can afford to spend 2 hours in the gym. I would even say even more, because obviously this is what he does for a living. You can't afford to spend 2 hours in the gym. You take this exact same principle and you apply it to yourself. This is another mistake that I know you're making. And it's crazy when I tell you, you watching this video, you can keep your sessions in 45 minutes to even 60 minutes. You don't need more reps, you actually need less reps. And you also need less sets. I know I'm debunking so many things. Less reps and less sets is actually going to be better for you, because you have so much going on in your life and you don't emphasize. Some of you guys, sleep is just okay. This will allow your muscles to even grow better. Most men are making so much mistakes, and having done all of that, they then blame genetics and say, oh, I just don't have the genetics. The honest truth is that your genetics only equals your ceiling. Your genetics is also not, emphasis on not, your starting points. I want you to really drive this home into your mind, that your genetics has nothing to do with your starting point. The reason of genetics really is cope, because you've not seen how you can actually look like when you dial in your training, when you dial in your recovery, when you dial in a good meal plan, when you understand fitness that is customized specifically to your lifestyle. And by the time you have your fitness snug entirely to your lifestyle, I can assure you, you don't know your limits. What you know right now is your habits. So you watching this video, you cannot tell me that the reason why you don't have the physique you want is because of your genetics. So your limits are beyond expectations. Like, you're not even close to your genetic potential. You right now watching this video, you only know your habits. So I've told you every single mistake you probably are making right now. And I will not let you leave this video without understanding the solutions. And every single thing I'm talking about, this is not something that I know that a lot of fitness influencers are talking about. They always emphasize and push the bodybuilding lifestyle. So if you're not even giving me a follow or a subscribe, you're hurting my feelings. I can't lie. So drop that follow button and let's dive into the solution. Now, my mission with this is to get you to your dream physique as easy as possible. So what is the first solution? The first solution is frequency. You need to understand that because the emphasis for your dream physique, or the physique you want that looks good, this is so important, because most of you guys are probably going to the gym 4, 5, 6 days a week. And if I'm going to be honest, you know very much that that's so hard for you to keep to. And when I first started lifting, I was making that same mistake as well. I was going to the gym 5 to 6 times a week, and it was affecting every other aspect of my life. So the simple thing is, go to the gym as much as you possibly can. But the minimum I would tell you is 3 to 4 times a week. The moment I cut down my training sessions to 3 to 4 times a week, I started realizing that I had more time to focus on my business, medical degree, more time to focus on my dating life. The moment I cut down my sessions, I'll be honest with you, fitness stopped becoming a chore and actually started becoming something that was doable. So the first thing I would tell you is, look at your life, look at how many times you're going to the gym, and be honest with yourself. If you can't keep up with the ones you're doing right now, restructure it and start going lesser. Less actually is more, because my goal is to also start making you train smarter. Now, the second thing I want you to do would be look at your weak points. You watching this video, you don't want a balanced physique. You want an aesthetic physique. So the mistake you're probably still making is training every single thing equally. No, please stop that. I want you to right now take a picture of your physique. Look at every single thing objectively and stop training blindly. Let's say, for instance, you can look at my physique and I tell you, oh, I have smaller arms. I need to be working more on my arms. You fix that arm problem with your triceps, fixing with your triceps, emphasizing your triceps, then working on your biceps. you also need to just objectively look at every single weak point. Like now, personally, when I first started lifting, my chest was flat as hell, my upper chest. I barely had any upper chest. So I knew I had to emphasize training my upper chest. And the reason why I would also say knowing your weak points is so important is because it also allows you to train smarter. Now, imagine now I know that my weak point, for instance, right now is my arms. Now I know that my arms is my weak point. Whenever I'm going to the gym, I would have my arms at the start of my workouts, emphasizing that, and also like spending more time and having every other thing else at the back end of the workouts. And what that eventually also does is it allows you to train for a short amount of time. Finish your sessions, as I said, in around like 45 to 60 minutes. And honestly speaking, I know you guys don't even want to be spending 2 hours in the gym. So this will allow you even progress faster. You need to also know your strong points. Now, the reason why I also need you to know your strong point is because this will not be at the start of your workout. This will be at the end of your workout. So let's say you start lifting and you have very, very good legs. So let's say you're doing an upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. Or let's say you're doing a full body program and you know that your legs is the most important thing. I'm also saying full body because with full body, you can go around 3 times a week. So let's say you are doing that full split. When you do that full split, you can emphasize your legs at the later portion of your training. And now you can prioritize your weak points at the start. Let's say your chest is flat. You can prioritize your upper chest with some Smith machine, upper chest Smith machine, controlling the movements. Or let's say your back is a weak portion. You can prioritize your back as well, creating that V shape. Take into cognizance your exercise priority. As we said, we're trying to build a Greek god body. And with that said, we need to be emphasizing certain muscle groups differently. We need to be prioritizing side delts, prioritizing lats as well. Lats need to be there. Your upper chest, as I said. Then I also would say you need to also train your arms. And this would be primarily your triceps, then your biceps. Now, with doing the exercise priority, I want you to then do the last point. Come on, I'm giving so much free game. Now, the last point really is I want you to still enjoy it. We spoke about the muscle groups that are so important for you to train, to have that beautiful look or to give you that aesthetic V-taper look. Now, I want you to still go pick the exercises that you actually enjoy doing. Let's say you actually enjoy doing, like, personally, when I first started lifting, I realized that I really love doing the dumbbells. The dumbbell for my upper chest, I just enjoy doing that so much. And I realized that because I enjoy doing that, I also was progressing way faster. This will be very controversial. I'm not saying that you shouldn't like look at science and realize or learn the most effective workouts. But if I'm going to be real with you, the ones you enjoy, you're definitely going to stick to it way, way easier. And this is a point that I know that most people don't even talk about. I want you to also do this, please and please. Now that you've watched this video, I want you to stop training harder. Please stop doing this. I want you to train smarter. Every single time I emphasize this on this channel, my goal is to be able to allow you impute 20% of your inputs to reap 80% of your results. And if you're someone who you have genuinely struggled, you've tried every single thing to try and create that aesthetic body for yourself, and you just realize that it's just been giving you a hell of a time, I'm going to tell you that you should book a call with the link. It's definitely a decision that you will never regret, because just imagine all this free game. Imagine what a paid session is actually going to look like. I know this video most likely is going to cut down years of frustration. I'm going to tell you that you should please leave a follow or a subscribe, and I'll be so grateful. Let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover on the channel. And with that said, I want you guys to keep on improving yourself, to keep on putting God first, grinding for your loved one. That's pretty much it. Peace.